Hi, I'm Julia.
And I'm Jessica. And today we'll be presenting the basic but really important foundation of time value. More specifically, we'll focus on the present value and the future value of a single lump sum just to get started.
So, it's very important to understand the time value of money, whether you're an investor or not, because millions of people invest their money, and it's important to know how much it will be worth in the future and how to get the most out of your investment.
And now, when you aren't sure if you're solving for a present value or a future value for the time value problems, just remember that present value problems involve an earlier lump sum and a later one as well. And there also will be a constant interest rate per period. You might have to solve for these later, but for now we can just focus on solving the present and future values for the single lump sum. And the present value problems include converting a later value to an earlier one. And really, you're just solving for the earlier of the two.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the two formulas involving time value of money. The first one is future value, and the formula is future value equals present value times 1 plus the rate to the number of periods, and then present value is very similar. It's just PV equals future value times 1 over 1 plus the rate to the number of periods. So R is rate and N is number of periods. So this is the first problem we're going to be focusing on, and it involves two options. So you can choose to either invest $15,000 with an annual return of 5% or $10,000 with an annual return of 7%, and both of these would be simple interest. So you want to collect your money in 10 years and you're not sure which account to choose. So that's where finding out the future value comes in. So as you can see, we use the first formula, and all you have to do is plug in the numbers. So for the first one, our future value equals $15,000, and then you're going to do 1 plus the interest rate to the number of periods, which is 10. And the second one follows the same formula where you're just changing the numbers to 10,000 with a 7% interest rate, and the number of periods stays the same. So what we're going to do for this is just plug it into our calculator.
First off, if you want to solve for the future value and present value problems, and if you have a TI-84 Plus calculator, this is how you solve them. So first you turn on your calculator, then you go to apps, and then you enter into finance, then you enter into TVM solver, and from here you can just plug in the numbers. For example, for the first part, if you want to invest $15,000 in the account with a rate of return of 5%, and with the collection of years of 10, for N you click 10, for I you click 5, and for PV you click 15, and then you just press alpha and then enter to calculate for the future value, which gives you 24,433.42 approximately. Now for the second portion, if you want to solve for the future value with 10,000 in your account with the annual rate of return of 7%, you plug in the same numbers. And now we're going to solve for the second part of the problem. If you have $10,000 in your bank account with an annual rate of return of 7%, so for N you want to put the time or the period. In this case we have 10 years. For I you want to put the rate of return, which is 7, and for the present value you want to put 10,000. And now to calculate for the future value, you want to press the green button, which is alpha, and then press enter. And this is your future value for this second part of the problem, which is 19,671 and about 51 cents.
Okay, so after seeing our results, it's pretty clear that you would want to choose the first option if you want the most return at the end of the period, because it is approximately $4,000 more. Okay, so after seeing our results, it's pretty clear that you would want to choose the first option if you want the most return at the end of the period, because it is approximately $4,000 more.